If this photo is real and is recent, you got to go down. So let's get in the groove with talking about this whole hot topic that's now on social media. And the topic that I am looking at is the whole case with CMR. I am so disappointed. I am somewhat angry. I am so uncomfortable with the whole thing. It's just displeasing. It's disgusting. It's everything that is bad. Let's analyze this. The little girl in question was raised by him, allegedly, from she was 3 years old. Now she's in her teens. No, come on. As a man, as a human being, and having a child around you from they are 3, you would want to have the feeling that that child is yours. So you would want to protect that child at every cost. You would want to make that child feel as if that child is literally your own. So to be reaching the stage where you are actually going to start to molest that child is really disappointing. And I can imagine how that kid feels. I feel so bad for the child. And something that I question is, I'm wondering why she never say anything, if she didn't, to her mom. And this is a lesson for you mothers as well. Take keen note of your children. Watch their actions, watch their moves, and speak with them. Put them on a level where they feel comfortable to speak to you about how they feel, things that are happening around them, people that comes around them, and so they won't be afraid. Because I am so glad that though this has gone to the 3rd occasion, I am really glad that it didn't lead to a 4th, to a 5th, to being pregnant, to being sexually molested, and the list can go on. So I'm glad that it was nipped right here. I am so disappointed in you, sir. Now let's go a little deeper and look into the alleged police reports. You said you didn't enter the child's room and that there's a camera that would have proven same. But that camera is only connected to your phone. Now, Miss Chrissy, tell me how that works. Why would you have your teenage daughter being watched by her stepdad? You are not disabled. And why are you watching the child? The camera should be placed at the door entrance towards CMR and should be on your phone. It should be a motion camera that every time somebody opens or closes that door, you get a signal and then you would have known what is happening. Okay? No, you said you didn't enter the room because there was a camera. But yet still, you said you entered and you saw her on the floor masturbating. So how you never enter and you enter? How that equation work for you? When you saw all of that, you shouted. Nobody else in the house heard you? Wow. And with all of that, you still didn't go to her mother to let her know what had taken place? Oh, wow. How interesting. Everything you're just trying to fit into an equation that will add up to something profitable to you. But guess what? All you're doing is making this worse. You should have just said no answer, let me think about it, and just sat and think and plan. Or you should have just said guilty. Go and go rub your time and learn to be a man. Yeah. You should have just said guilty. Go rub your time and be a man. And you know what? I'm hoping that this little girl didn't actually tell her mother. Because if she told her mother on any of the occasions and the mother didn't act, I would want both of them to serve the same penalties. I'm sorry. Oh yes, I'm not sorry. If her mom knew about this at any time and didn't do anything about it, woe be unto you, mother. Okay? That's why I have a daughter and I'm worried about the people that comes around her. A lot of you people in America that I know about have these men coming around your kids, and they have the most uncles, uncle this, uncle that, uncle this, uncle that, coming into your kids' life. Your men, you're allowing the kids to call uncle or daddy coming around your kids. Stop it. Stop it. And parents, listen to your children. Listen to your children. But back in the days, a lot of us were afraid of talking to our parents because they're gonna run. We're just afraid of them, so we don't even want to go to say, you know, I'm having this problem. No, please, that should never be the case. It should be easy for you to communicate with your children and to have situations be dealt with. This is just so sad, and I hope that a lot of other parents are taking keen notes of what is happening in our society. Some parents are just too busy to realize and understand that their kids are crying out for help, and all because they are caught up in their love situation. They don't see the need to attend to their kids. They are more attentive to their men, their spouses, their husbands, their fiancés, their boyfriends, their sex partners, whatever it is that you want to call it. But I am imploring you, please pay attention to your kids. Pay attention to your kids. And it doesn't only go for your daughters, your kids. Because things like these don't only happen to girls. Okay? Pay keen attention to your kids. Shalom would say, you have to come down now. You have to come down now, because you're behaving too badly for too long, too often. It's time for a change. And when will you actually change? When will this stop? We're tired of seeing situations like this. I'm just glad that that little girl spoke out. I'm glad that she told somebody so that this didn't go any further than it went. It is very sad. And when you just listen to the police reports, you just have to wonder, you know, just have to wonder. This child was living in fear. I wonder if it is true that she had, you know, requested for her sisters to sleep with her because she was uncomfortable. What did her mother think? There was no question asked. Was it just left alone? Oh my God. There are so many unanswered questions. But while we won't get the answer, the entire situation is just bad. The fact that we see that something is going on and some arrest has been made, and that alleged police report that comes forward, and what is said in it is just not digesting properly. We're not having it. No, we're not having it. It's just not a good look. So please, parents, be attentive to your kids. Watch your kids. Some of them don't talk because that's who they are. They're more on the reserved and quiet side. But if they're somebody that speaks and you see some change in them, check it out. Something is happening that you are not aware of. Pray over your kids. Be your security, your guidance counselor, your everything for your children. Don't wait until it's too late. It might not be a situation like this. It might have gone further and worse was the end result. Be careful.